We pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy extrmwill back at it again here. Another video at Extreme Tech. I'm going to take a quick look at kind of where I'm at right now. Been gone for a couple days on vacation. As you'd imagine, while I was gone, everything went wrong. Since I've been back, everything's gone wrong. Living the high life in the dream. We were there on cloud 9 right before I left. I mean, I saw as much in my my current actual profit for the day. I saw it get up to like $250 a day. And yeah, I guess we're not there anymore. It looks like our profitability right now, we're back to where we were at about 10 days ago. My numbers are somewhat messed up too. As you can see, I'm back down to 6 cards. If you remember from that last time I was here, that RTX 3060 card, I had just got in. It came in broke. I had to send that one back. So that's in the mail. And while I was going on vacation, one of the RTX 3060 Ti's I had was also broke. I had the same problem when they came in. It could have been like this. When they came in from the manufacturer, the cards were kind of in there at a pretty steep angle. They didn't do a good enough job with the foam packing on both of them. So I'm getting some pretty weird stuff out of the graphics card. The one, I mean, I posted a picture of it on Facebook. Maybe I can make a cool video on it or something, but I don't know, maybe I can't. But yeah, I got just like the hardcore, like the Matrix effect from it being all sprayed out. It looked kind of nasty. And then the new one, it's not in the green, but it's still on that same kind of thing where it's just, you know, every 100th pixel is white or something like that. So it's not working. It won't let me mine off either card. I have to send it back and see if they'll eventually send me another one. I guess, you know, luckily the way I've bought them, they should all be covered under warranty. So, yay. But yeah, we're at 46. Not too bad. Actually, we're still better right now than we were at 10 days ago. So we're still making super really good money. I believe we're still above the golden zone, or in the golden zone, where 10 mega hash will get you $1 an hour, something like that. 100 mega hash will get you $10 an hour. Yeah, I think we still are. I think we might still be in or above the golden zone. So the last several days, what we saw was definitely amazing. It's $46 isn't too bad, as I'm running on the same number of cards I've been running on for a while. It should be going up, though. I got more stuff coming in, but it just feels weird. This is all supposed to be a giant snowball, and my snowball is just not snowballing. But we'll take a real quick look here at this next page. You can see the my actual accepted mega hash rates or everything. The laptop right now, it's reading a little low because I am recording. Everything looks like it's pretty much reading low. We'll go through them all one by one. It is definitely reading low. I may have to go take a look at 3080 and see what's up. That's probably not even that big. I probably don't even need to look at that. You see all these numbers are all messed up in here. I done a lot of playing around trying to get everything to work right. So the laptop, it's actually normally at about 62 when I'm not recording. Can I get up there high enough without it? Yeah, it's like, you know, 62 when I'm not recording. Because I'm recording, it is dropping down about 10. It's going to record a little, or process a little less while I'm doing that. My 3060 is currently also recording Chia. It's actually getting 40 mega hash. I don't know why this says it's reporting at that. If we come in here, say, yeah, it's actually almost at 50, 47.5. So this says I'm at, wow, this is actually reading pretty currently, 55.4. So my 3060 is at 47. It's probably about 48, 49 normally. 3060 Ti is at about 60. 3070 is at about 60. 3080 is 98. This one right here is kind of making me angry. I just did my thermal pads on it. That's why it hasn't been running for that long. And I'm not really, you know, I'm getting a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I thought for sure putting the expensive thermal pads in there, I'd be getting 125 mega hash, and it just looks like I'm just not. I can push it to a 115, but then I'm at 110 memory junction temperature. So, yeah, it's at a 104. I don't know. I'll see if I can do some more research, see maybe if somebody says they did something that looked like it could work better. I got a couple ideas on what I could do to get that temperature down a little bit, but I don't really have ideas on what I could do to really get it down that much more. I guess I could get heat sinks to put on the back of it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know much of what I could do to really get it to work out better. And now it looks like too, like the card is now, instead of reading at 54 degrees, it's now reading at 64. Same thing as my RTX 3080. It's now reading at 62 instead of at the 54 degrees it was at before. So the whole card is running warmer, and my memory junction temperature is still not where I want it to be. But I mean, hey, at least this one looks like it finally worked. I don't know if I just need to let it sit for a day. We'll take a look and see on that too. I may need to just let it sit for a day or two and let that, let all that thermal paste and the pads kind of work themselves in there a little bit better. And then maybe once they do that, it'll go a little better. Anything on here we want to look at? History report. I mean, some of the stuff is you normally look at. It's kind of going to be something that won't necessarily be anything. My blocks are all going to be all messed up because I'm pulling cards in and out. Yeah, like I probably didn't have the 3080 card in for that entire time. I probably had my 3060 Ti turned off the entire time. I might have had my 3060 turned off that whole time too. So I'm wasn't running almost anything during this block. So I wasn't even running anything. So I couldn't have made any money. This one too, I probably started pulling stuff out, started moving stuff around. Let's see. This one's probably about where I'm at right now at $8.50, $9. I mean, that's not a bad block. That's still a pretty good block. That's pretty good profitability. Yeah, I still have a $10 block in here. I think this might have been before the 3060 Ti completely crashed and tanked out on me. They're still doing over $10 a block. So you can go back through here several days, and then while I was on vacation, a lot of these numbers don't necessarily matter account because, yeah, the 3060 Ti, my second day into vacation, it completely tanked out. And I was like, whatever, I'm just going to drink. I'm not at home. There's nothing I can do about it. So I had some pretty good numbers. So I think right here is going to be back to where it was. So this probably was right where it crashed out on me, this block. And then right here, we were making some money. I think this block was almost $30 at the time because Bitcoin was worth significantly more. These numbers, they vary and change when I go back and look in the past. They're still showing me the actual amount of Bitcoin I was paid, but the cash estimate value is based off what Bitcoin is worth right now. So when it happened, I got paid a lot more than I have right now. Yeah, you may be looking at this going, well, why are you still using nicehash? Because nicehash is still the easiest. You can get your money out of nicehash still. It's a little bit more complicated now. I can't really show you the process in this because then I've got to put it all through a video editor to make sure I hide everything. But if you go up here to cash out, you can cash out, and instead of going in that first option to cash out to Coinbase, you go to the second one to cash out to a wallet, and then you go to your Coinbase account, which I can't really show you. You go into your settings, and you go into your wallets, and you copy an address for a Bitcoin address. You can then send it to a secondary one. I saved mine as Coinbase times 2 or x2, so I knew that, in the future, this is going to be the one I'm going to be using to send. It's a little bit more obnoxious. It's definitely not as instantaneous. It can take significantly longer to transfer it over. I think I transferred $170 and it cost me 75 cents. Because you're transferring on the Bitcoin blockchain, it's a lot more of a hassle. Hopefully they can get this worked out. I'm going to try to give them to the end of the week to get this figured out. I'm not overly excited to try to switch all my machines over to something else. I don't feel like this nicehash and Bitcoin farming right now is the majority of my focus. as I think a lot of the country and everybody's moving over. Everybody wants to do something more green. So, I mean, this chia right here is far more my focus. We're going to get into that in a minute here, but I'm still doing the Bitcoin farming. It's still super profitable. I'm still making good money. I mean, I cashed out right before they stopped, and then I put another 170 in yesterday. So I'm still making good money on it. I've still got, how much do I have in here right now? See, I've got $50 on here right now. So I'm still not doing too bad. It says I'm making about 50 a day. I'm probably making about 50 a day right now. The last 24 blocks, or the last 6 blocks equal the last 24 hours. Adding them up won't make any difference because machines were down. I was swapping cards around from machines and trying to figure out what was going on with what and doing thermal pads. And so 50 seems like it's about right. Probably in between 45 to 50. So I'm still making more than I was a week ago. I'm definitely making more than I was a week ago. So it's still pretty profitable and pretty good. The new way to change the money over is a little bit obnoxious, but I still think it's easier than just mining straight ETH and then paying all of the Ethereum fees to cash out, because I'm still looking to flip all of this money now to pay off everything that I've ordered, and that we have coming in the future. So, and to try to grow and get the snowball back up and going and moving. So, I have 2 brand new computers right now that don't have graphics cards in them. So we're in some interesting shape here. I still want to get everything moving forward. I'm probably going to get away a little bit from trying to pick up more computers. I've got a bunch coming. I'm trying to work on them being more hybrids for being able to do a better job of writing plots for chia. Let's finish with this, and then we'll get into the chia half second. So if we're going to look at our actual profitability for the cards, the 3090 says it's at 1362. It's supposed to be doing 1362. I'm never going to get mine up there. That's like 125 mega hash. I mean, I can get 115 mega hash if I want to risk blowing the card out in the next 6 months. I'm going to downvolt it a little bit. I'm getting about 100 mega hash out of it. My 3080 card is basically, and my 3090 is basically running like a 3080 with higher voltage, with much higher voltage. Yeah, because I'm probably still running at about 280 for my voltage. I think I'm doing about 110 watts, I think, is what it said. Somewhere between 105 and 110. I'm curious. What is this reading it at right now? What did I leave it at when I walked out? I've just been playing around with it. It's 103. Nope. 103. So, yeah, it's still reading the same as the 3080. So, I think I said I might have been getting... I might have said $12 a second ago when I was in there. I don't know if that's necessarily accurate for the day. The 3080, I think my 3080 might have been getting 12 at 98 mega hash. I think it had hit some pretty good blocks. Scroll down, 3060 and 3070. The one said it was at, I think my 3060 Ti said it was at like $7.30, and my 3070 said it was at $6.90. So these are both pretty accurate. That's really going to come down a lot to specifically which rewards did they find. Because some you'll get more fees and some you'll get less fees. So these 2 cards basically do the exact same. They were both pretty similar. And here it says they average out to be about, less than a penny apart. And they can switch around. They're not always in this order. Sometimes sometimes the 2080 Ti is in the middle or on top. These 3 cards are all pretty interchangeable. So one last one in here. I believe that is still at about $6. So that means we should still be above. Yeah, we're still significantly above the golden zone. Because this is not doing 50 mega hash. So my 50 mega hash is actually getting me $6. It says it's getting me almost 6. I believe my card specifically said it was getting me 6. So this is only reading about 560 a day. I think mine's actually doing 6 now. Is that it can be hit or miss. Like it could go down later and go up later. So these are pretty close to being right on. We go in Coinbase, like where everything is. So Bitcoin is taking an absolute beating. Kind of annoying. I'm probably going to need to be selling more than I really wanted to be selling. I don't think I'm going to have the option to not sell because of life sometimes. So a little annoyed. I could really use this to get back up to like 50,000 because I'm gonna feel pretty butthurt if I have to turn around and be selling in the low 40s to mid 40s. I'd be much happier selling in the 50s. I'd love to be able to hodl it right now. I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to try and do my best to hodl until the price goes back up to 60. But, you know, when the bills come due, the bills are going to come due, and I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. So Ethereum's down a little bit. It's one of those things, too. Like, I don't know if I necessarily want to start straight mining Ethereum if that price is going to wind up tanking down and the difficulty is going to be super high. I'm hoping that enough people leave Coinbase or leave nicehash right now where it'll help my difficulty up or my difficulty will go down. So I'll just make more because there's less people in here trying to do it, and that'll make up for some of this. Doge, I don't currently own any Doge. I've been waiting for it to get down to 30 cents. Right now, I might not have that spare cash to buy it at 30 cents. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Ravencoin, I'm even on that. And the chia is the big one right now that we are working for, that I am putting a large portion of my work effort in the day into trying to get the chia going and learning on that. So we're putting a lot of focus in on. So if we check on the chia right now, I have 24 terabytes written out of an expected 2 months to win. So when you win, you get 2 coins. So every 2 months, I should win 2 coins. So I should be averaging about a coin a month if the network stays where it's at right now, and I don't write any more. Exchange rate on it is 1362. I think we just looked at that. Now I have 24 is written showing right now on my harvester. I want to say I actually have 35 written in the house. I'm just waiting for certain drives to be all the way full before I go put them over on the harvester. And then I have 100 terabytes in the house right now. So I could potentially write up to the point that I could have 14. I could be winning 14 days. Now, the way this one is farming is very differently from the way right now we're farming everything else. They don't have the pool farming yet, where you can just solve the small part of the equation and they give you a small part of the rewards for it. You have to solve the entire block and you win the entire block. So it's a lot more high stakes. It's a lot more involved, but the pooling was supposed to come out earlier. Supposed to come out today, probably. I have no idea what day it is. I think it's Monday. I think right now I have ordered about 250 terabytes on its way. So eventually I should get to the point I could theoretically hit every 6 days if I can get it all written and up onto the network. I have 3 more 2 terabyte M.2 drives, and some of the newer computers I'm getting in should be a little bit stronger and faster to be able to, stronger processor, more memory, should be able to really help me knock out my writing process. I don't think it's going to be able to write that 250 that quickly. That's just a guess, too. I mean, honestly, I might have 300 coming. I just kind of went insane. I don't even know how much I actually have in the house right now. So we're going to try to get this done, up and going. If they get the pools going right now, it would be much nicer. I would gladly go off and... Well, I don't know. We'll see. I guess there's 2 different thoughts here. So when the pools open, we'll see exactly how much I have written for the full plots. Because I expect right now, if the pools were to open today, I expect this number is going to be cut in half, if not even greater. So let's get off of, let's say I'm at 24 right now. So right now it looks like I should win every 2 months. So I'd assume right now, if the pools were to open today, I would expect my expected time to win an entire plot will drop down to a month. If not less than a month, if not down to me winning every 3 weeks. That's just what I have written right now. I mean, I just did a bunch of work to get everything worked out, to get everything centralized from being written all over the house to being just at the one location in the house on the harvester. But So I stopped a lot of my writing for yesterday and today to get everything ready so I could start swapping things out and, like to move my cards around, figure out what was going on with them, do my thermal pads, trying to stay busy. So, yeah, I think there's a good chance that this number then will get cut down. This number, I mean, if this goes down, do you win every month? I mean, it would be like having twice as much. So I believe that when the pool's open, my 24 will be worth about 48. So I would still be winning about 2.7, it says, per month. So I should be winning. Yeah, if I win once a month, I should get two coins per month off what I have written, just off that 24. So it will become interesting. Your plots for the pools are going to be different for your plots for the whole block. So they're going to be different. So everything I'm writing right now won't be transferable into being mined the same as I'm doing this. Or maybe we should take a look at this. Where right now I'm doing a small equation, and then I'm getting paid a very small amount for that small equation. It's what these numbers are. So the way I would assume that would go then is then my 24 terabytes then, if I was doing it per day, I don't think if it was in pooling, I don't think I'd be getting the full 45. I think I'd probably be getting, 35 to 40 per day. Because you would still be better off if you had enough terabytes to compete for the entire block and you didn't have to share. Because once you have to share in the pool, there's more people who have to get paid than just the people doing the equations. You also have to pay the people staking and setting up the pools, which is one of those things where they get an advantage for doing that extra work. I don't know anything about how to do that yet. Eventually, it's something I'm going to have to learn, or I'm probably going to really want to learn because I think you can make a lot more money that way. But that's still like way up here above my head. I've still been farming for really like less than 3 months. So trying to figure that stuff out is too much. I'm happy that I understand the concept between the difference between pool farming and plot farming. Or not plot farming, block farming. I don't even know if block farming is the proper terminology for what this is, but that's what I'm going to call it. So, hopefully that's a pretty good breakdown and way more in depth and detail than I need to be. I'll try to knock one of these out about every day now. I should be able to. There shouldn't be much of a reason I can't. So hopefully the next couple will be a lot shorter, kind of break down where I'm at, what I'm doing. Trying to come up with my whole strategy, like a bunch of different stuff, trying to figure out how to get the money from nicehash over to Coinbase, was one that definitely threw me for a big loop. I was out of town when that happened, and then I came home, and I'm like, how do I get my money out? Can I even get my money out? Did I just get in big trouble here? Because if you can't get the money out, then it's not really your money. I mean, I think hodling is cool, but hodling, you got to be doing it just right, or it's not. If you don't own the keys to it, you're not necessarily hodling, I don't know. So, you need to own the keys is very important to your currency. So, what I'm doing specifically, I'm not really hodling. I'm just trying to quick turn around, make my money, reinvest my money into my snowball, and get my snowball going as insanely fast as I can. So we'll try to get some mixtures in, try to get some more hodling going, I guess. I need to figure out better ways to do it. But yeah, if you can't get the money from Bitcoin or from nicehash into your Coinbase account, it starts creating a lot of real interesting issues on how exactly you're going to do it. I mean, you could possibly do the same thing trying to move the money on. I'd assume you could still. I'm just going to assume you could do the same thing from nicehash, moving it on the blockchain to a Binance USA account, but I'm a little lenient really to be using the Binance USA account right now. Binance as a parent company, the international one, is under some scrutiny, which like we're not using here in the U.S., so it shouldn't necessarily affect us in the U.S. But if the U.S. government does something that completely shuts down Binance because they don't like how other people are able to use the network for kind of whatever they want to, because it's kind of like a stock trading website that's not really regulated because it's international, but it's not allowed to be used here in the U.S. So we have our own version, the Binance USA. You can see I got up here on the top. Yeah, it's interesting. So I don't have another real exchange that I use. I only use those two exchanges, and I really only use Coinbase. If it's not on Coinbase, I'm not using it. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do when or if I do win some in Chia. Right now, I'm still looking at Chia as it is fully theoretical, which is starting to get a bit heartbreaking because I think I've got entirely way too much invested into the Chia for this still to be hypothetical. Hopefully I can get this number down and this can become very realistic. I mean, all it needs to take literally is for me to win one coin or win one plot or block, and, it's real. Until then, this is all pipe dream. So, I mean, the calculator's nice, but until the calculator proves to be true, I don't know. So I need to make sure I'm writing faster than the network is growing, and try to see what's going on with all that. Yeah, that's got to be it. I got to be over half an hour. So this is supposed to be a 5-minute video. So thanks for stopping by. If you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, come on back. We'll try to see if I can come up with some more content other than just me sitting here talking about what I'm saying from the numbers. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time.